Good morning. Please join me in standing for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. And here's Charlie with the announcements.
Good morning, everyone. Today is Thursday, November 6th, and it is a white day. Tomorrow will be a variety day to support our fundraising effort for our Walk for a Healthy Community out here. Yes. The cost is $1. Dress down and help support our work to impact food insecurity in the NEK. As always with a variety day, no leggings, yoga pants, or pants with rips in them, and all attire must be school appropriate. A reminder that the library will be closing at 4:30 p.m. today for admissions, 8th grade open house. Please plan accordingly. Student government will meet right after school today in Fuller Basement. Please see Mr. Ryan or me with any questions. Juniors and seniors, St. Michael's College is on campus today for a visit. Please see Naviance or Mrs. Labowny for details and to register. Be sure to check in with your teacher before attending. There will be a mandatory meeting after school today for anyone going on this weekend's hiking trip right after school today in the alumni gym. See Mr. Holden with questions. Juniors, why is the class of 2027 like a crew neck sweatshirt? According to one of your classmates, juniors are like the perfect crew neck, casual and comfortable, but ready to show up when it counts. Our stitching is made to last through long days, tough tests, and every class competition thrown our way. Get your perfect crew neck, juniors. The 27 sweatshirt orders and money are due at the end of the day today. See your email or class canvas page for the order link and see Ms. Smith with questions. Over the past month, the senior class raised a record-breaking amount of money to help support senior-related activities and events. A massive thank you goes out to every senior who sold tickets and to everyone in our community who chose to support this effort. Congratulations to Andrew Bullard for selling the most tickets and to Olivia Smith for selling the winning ticket. Her mom won. Okay, and we have no birthdays apparently and no sports, so have a good day.
Thank you, Charlie. Okay. Good morning, everybody. Happy Thursday. So first, we're going to have a quick presentation. I don't know if it's quick or not, but it's got Ms. Ruggles in it, so it's going to be good, regarding our Red Cross blood drive that will be happening on campus soon. Please welcome Ms. McCaffrey and Ms. Ruggles.
Good morning, everyone. So we are here to tell you about the upcoming blood drive. We're going to start with Mrs. Ruggles.
Oh, well, there it is.
Yeah.
So all you kids are looking at me like I have no idea who this lady is, but I actually do work here. I'm Stacey Ruggles. I work in the business office in the Tower House, and I'm here this morning to encourage you to donate blood at our upcoming blood drive. Excuse me, on November 19th in the field house. There's a saying that the American Red Cross has on some of their literature that they hand out. When you give blood, you give another birthday, another date, another dance, another laugh, another hug, another chance. And some of you have no hesitation at all about donating blood. You're ready and willing. But some of you aren't as eager, and I bet that some of you may have reasons why you don't want to give blood. Reasons like I had. You're scared of needles. It's going to hurt. You'll have a bruise on your arm after. It takes way too long. It's going to make you feel weak, and you might pass out in front of everyone. That really doesn't happen. I was all these too. I watched my mom donate blood her whole life and thought to myself, there's no way I will ever do that. I had excuses. I wasn't old enough. I didn't weigh enough. I even organized a blood drive in college, and nope, still didn't donate. But let me tell you why I changed my mind about donating. My personal story and the reason why I started donating and giving back. I gave birth to my third child in 2004, a beautiful little baby girl named Allie. She was born prematurely, with a congenital heart defect. She was rushed to Boston Children's Hospital and underwent emergency surgery when she was 5 days old in Boston. She needed blood to save her life. And thankfully, someone somewhere had donated, and she was able to receive that donation. She is now a beautiful 21-year-old healthy woman, amazingly strong, blonde hair, hazel eyes, and full of spunk, kind of like her mom. And my mom was also a recipient of donated blood. She was diagnosed with stage 4 metastatic breast cancer in the summer of 2005. Not a good diagnosis. And throughout her battle with the cancer and her chemo treatments, she needed to receive blood transfusions. The gift that she had given so many times by her own donations was being given back to her. Unfortunately, the cancer took her from us a year later, and a year and a half later in 2007, but because she was able to receive those transfusions, it gave us more time with her that we wouldn't have had without someone somewhere donating blood. So yes, the needle might hurt for a few seconds. Yes, you might have a bruise. Yes, you might even get a little lightheaded and feel weak. But think of that life that you might be saving. 1 pint is what you give. 1 pint of donated blood can save up to 3 lives. Because people out there donating blood, like me, like you, it gave my little girl another birthday and another chance. And it gave my mom another hug and another dance. So please, think about donating, because when you give blood, you give another birthday. You give another date, another dance, another laugh, another hug, and another chance. Thank you.
Okay, now I have to talk. So I think a lot of us have a lot of different stories of why we give or why we might want to give. Mine will be next semester. But for now, I'm just going to give you the details. So on Wednesday, November 19th, in the field house from 8:30 to 2:30, we're going to hold our fall blood drive. If you've ever wanted to make a real difference, this is your chance. And like Mrs. Ruggles said, 1 donation can save up to 3 lives. So sign-ups are going to begin Tuesday in the cafeteria during C block. Folks need to be at least 17 to donate. If you're 16, you may donate with parental permission. So we'll have permission slips that you can get your parents to sign. As a bonus, anyone who signs up will get their name put into a raffle for some cool Topper Shop gear. And if you have any questions or concerns, you can come by and see me in Colby 106. But let's really pull together and show our community how we can support one another and donate blood. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Mrs. Ruggles, for telling your story. Now, we have another special guest this morning who is eager to recognize a group of students who've been singled out by teachers for showing qualities or doing deeds that particularly exemplify our mission. So please welcome Mr. Yuri.
Good morning. How are you all? Good. Trying to find this one. Oh, it's upside down. Sorry. This one. Sorry, he told me how to do it earlier. I forgot. All right. So when I asked to do this presentation, I did not know that I was going to be going after the blood drive. But one of the things that this school is so good about is providing opportunities for you as students to practice life skills. And so one of the things that this does is it allows you, the blood drive, it does allow you to show that courage and show the bravery and show the kindness and caring spirit that many of you do show on a regular basis. And that's really what this particular program that we decided to start a couple of years ago is all about. So the Mission Recognition Program is a program, so let me just start over. So I'm here to celebrate some students for being recognized as students who are living their lives with the values that represent the mission of the Academy. So the Academy values, and so this goes right with the, in the mission statement in the handbooks that we all have, and I'm sure you've all read from cover to cover, these little descriptor words, right? And so these are the values that we choose as a school to recognize, among other things. So the values are perseverance, integrity, acceptance of others, optimism, a caring spirit, moral strength, honesty, and continual improvement. Teachers and other adults in our Academy community have noticed some of these positive attributes in many of our students and have filled out an official recognition form. We know that many of you display these values on a regular basis. And we so appreciate your positive impact on our community. Last year, 103 of you students were recognized by staff and faculty and received a mission recognition letter. So far, this year, the following students have been officially recognized so far in the first quarter, essentially. We have Matt McDonald, Macarena Delvea Andres, Natalie Crockett, Lily Call, Hayden DiAgostino, Kyra Henderson, Talon Rowell, Sophia Molina, Wyatt Stacy. I like playing with these little animations, so this is going to go reverse. Wyatt Stacy, Jeff Call, Tyler Roy, Fiona Lapete, Jamie Ann Cutting, Kaya Baker, Bryden Robinson, Carolina Herrera Martinez, Carter Gilding, Vivian Ormston, Eve LeBlanc, Felicity Kittredge, Elsie Smith, Lydia Janes, Landon Daria, Autumn Edwards, Daniel Del Rey, Scott Davis, and Celia Faraday. So students who are recognized by the teachers for displaying these values at least in one point in their time here, students receive a letter of recognition, and we mail the letter home to families, and we give a copy of the letter to the student's dean and the advisor to help recognize them, and so that to create those conversations around good things that are happening in the students' lives. This has been a great year again. To all of you students, we appreciate the leadership, the optimism, the care and the concern that you show for your peers, the environment, our local community, and the country. We see your positive actions daily. I also want to thank the teachers that have taken time out of their busy days to recognize a student for doing something positive. I would encourage teachers and staff to continue to officially recognize students who they notice making our community better. We look forward to celebrating more students for exemplifying these values and impacting our community in such a positive way. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mr. Uri. Yeah, so I'm grateful, too, for the faculty taking the time and energy to do this, and for all the students who've been recognized. This is something that is always happening, and again, as Mr. Uri said, over 100 students were recognized last year, and it looks like we're well on the way to having more than that recognized this year. So I hope that you enjoyed the late start yesterday. I want you to know that while you were hopefully getting a few extra minutes of sleep, or lolling around in some way. Yesterday morning, your teachers were here, meeting in rooms across campus, talking about different aspects of St. Johnsbury Academy for our New England Association of Schools and Colleges self-study, which you've heard about as the NEASC self-study, and you've done a survey for them as well. And that's about what we do, what we don't do, what we might want to start doing or stop doing. And much of the time, it's really just about what we're very proud of. This is really quite hard work and serious work because we want to come out on the other end understanding ourselves better so that we can continue to improve. So I missed you all on Monday and Tuesday because I was down south in Massachusetts working for the NEASC Commission on Independent Schools, which is what we are, an independent school. As a commissioner, meaning I was reading other schools' self-studies and reports and learning about what other people are doing to teach and learn and spend the school day together. I was responsible for reading about and commenting on about 20 different schools. And there are about as many different kinds of school as you can think of. So there are schools that are by the ocean that are focusing on sailing and examining nature and looking into tide pools. And there are schools in the city that don't have sports but have lots more science and chess and visit museums that are right next door. There are schools with students where students just focus on performing arts or where they do lots of skiing. Schools that serve students who have special needs or have chapel every morning or offer training in lots of different technical skills. So here's the thing. I read about what all these various things are that schools do because of where they are, their focuses are, or what their philosophies are, and I realized that with the possible exception of sailing, St. Johnsbury Academy does all of these things well. We have chapel every morning. We do lots of chess and skiing and visit the Athenaeum and the Fairbanks Museum that are right next door. We serve many, many different kinds of students. There's training in technical skills. We get out into the amazing nature here and examine it and learn about it firsthand. In fact, just the other day, I was showing around a head from another school, from Stansted College, which is up in Canada, just north of us. We were in Streeter Hall, and we came across a couple of students who were looking at their phones. They saw me and they looked sheepish for just a second, and then they were like, Dr. Howell, I know we're not supposed to have our phones, but we just looked at an onion under a microscope, and this is what it looks like. And they showed me a picture of what looked like this ragged kind of purple net, and they said that was a slice of onion, and one of them said they'd also looked at a strand of their hair, which looked like a ramen noodle, which must have been a very healthy strand of hair, which is great. And they said they were actually headed outside to get some grass and some other stuff to look at under a microscope. Then this other head and I went to the Morse Center, and we walked through. As we walked through, we realized that there were students on every floor throughout the building practicing solo dances in different open spaces. Then we went down to the shops, and there were students in the welding shops and auto shops completely focused on their work, talking with Mr. Mitchell, talking with Mr. Deming. And the other head of school was pretty amazed. And I felt like saying, look at this magical school. So thank you all who were doing those things as we went through the school and being studious in the library. And she said, that's your library? We're just so fortunate to have what we have here. And tonight, we have an open house for prospective eighth graders who are prospective students, which is when we get to show off a little more for families, like I showed off the other day. We have about 140 families who are signed up to come. And some of you might remember coming for this. So our teachers and staff and student leaders are going to set up all over campus and share what they do with our newest potential students and give them an idea of all of the opportunities that there are for students to be involved and also show off our beautiful facilities. And just as a final note, one of the things that many of you cited in your NEASC survey as part of our self-study was as the best thing about St. Johnsbury Academy was all the opportunities and just the wide range of things that we do here. And it's really, really extraordinary. So know that that's happening tonight. And we have a long weekend coming up. And I hope that you are able to relax a little bit and think a little bit about what it is that you're grateful for, just as I'm grateful for this magical school. Thank you so much. Faculty.